Michael and Catherine Burke are described as a loving couple. After finding out they were infertile, they decided to become foster parents, hoping they may eventually adopt a child into their family. Now, from their complaint, we read, the Burkes applied to become foster parents to the Massachusetts Department of Children and Families. They went through 30 hours of training, lengthy interviews, and assessment of their home, health, and family life. In the end, DCF acknowledged the family's strengths, this including their willingness to parent a child with moderately significant medical, mental health, and behavioral needs. One interviewer praised how they really seem to understand adoption foster care. The process of becoming a foster parent is not easy. There's training to take, interviews to sit through, and numerous intrusive assessments of just about every part of the applicant's life, all of which the Burkes appeared to pass with flying colors. Not only did one interviewer praise the Burkes' understanding of the adoption and foster care system, but they were willing to take an otherwise difficult child, one with medical, mental, or behavioral needs. Sounds like the perfect candidates, don't they? But DCF denied the Burkes a foster care license and, as such, their last opportunity to become parents. Only one reason was given for that denial. They would not be affirming to a child who identified as LGBTQIA. I'm not sure the statistics in Massachusetts, but in general, most foster care systems are desperate to find foster families, mostly because there are so many more children in the system than parents willing to care for them, especially if the child has special needs. One would think the DCF would jump at the chance to have a family not only so well qualified, but willing to take on some of their more difficult cases. DCF's reason about not affirming an LGBTQIA child seems quite ridiculous for a couple of reasons. First, what percentage of children in foster care in Massachusetts identify as LGBTQIA? Again, I don't have the numbers, but by looking at the rest of the population, my guess is only a relatively small number of children would be affected if they were to be fostered by the Burkes. Second, I'm not an expert on the subject. I don't believe Massachusetts law would require DCF to place children with a family that they believe would not be philosophically compatible. Of course, the Burkes believe there is more to them being denied a foster care license. As DCF recorded, Kitty and Mike are devoutly Roman Catholic and not only attend church with regular frequency, they both also work for local churches as musicians. As faithful Catholics, the Burkes believe that all children should be loved and supported, and they would never reject a child placed in their home. They also believe that children should not undergo procedures that attempt to change their God-given sex, and they uphold Catholic beliefs about marriage and sexuality. Because of those decent and honorable beliefs, DCF decided the Burkes were not affirming and therefore prohibited from fostering any child in Massachusetts. In short, the Burkes believe they are being denied a foster care license because they're faithful Roman Catholics. This seems to be supported by something the author of their license study wrote. As the author of the license study put it, while the Burkes are lovely people, their faith is not supportive, and neither are they. In other words, it was not what the Burkes said, but the fact that their faith appears unsupportive that the author of the study concluded that they're not supportive.